Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of Camp Pyre Stories. I am your host, Alex Haifa, joined with my other host,
Elliott Frieden.
and we're here today to talk to you about whatever we want to. Just gonna hang out, catch up, just talk about whatever comes to mind. News, fun things happening in the world of science and literature. Maybe not as much as movies and TV shows, though. So yeah. Well, Elliot, you said you had some news for me.
Yeah, so we both love food.
That is true.
As you can see right here on this table, we have lots of food set up. So there is a restaurant in Chicago called Fogo de Chao. You ever heard of it?
I have.
It's a Brazilian steakhouse. So the way that I'm just going to explain to them how it works. So you pay a cover charge to get into Fogo de Chao, and it's like in Chicago it was $50 a person, and you walk in, you sit at the table, and there's a green card on the table. And when the green side is up, all these cooks and servers and whatnot come up to you with all these expensive types of meat, like lamb and steak and beef and chicken, flaming on. There's so many guys walking around with chicken. You just want to say, get out of here. Come bring me more lamb and whatnot. There's one opening up in North Park Mall in Davenport, Iowa.
This is probably one of the greatest days of my life.
It's been confirmed. I don't know if it's a Fogo de Chao, but it is a Brazilian steakhouse is what it says.
Still, though,
Yeah.
Brazilian steakhouse is what we need. Oh, my God.
So we're hoping that it's not going to be as expensive as Chicago. I can't imagine it would be. One, it's in Davenport, Iowa.
Right.
In a mall. Two, it's not Fogo de Chao. It's just called the Brazilian Steakhouse.
Right.
So we're hoping that it's going to be kind of the same concepts, though. So it's already started construction. They are already hiring people. It's going to open up pretty soon. I'm so excited. Oh, yeah. Do not go there if you are not hungry because, again, it is expensive. I'm guessing it's going to be at least $30 per person. But that is, again, unlimited meat, basically. Plus a giant salad bar, too, which,
Yeah. Oh, my God. That sounds amazing.
You know what else sounds amazing? Pizza, and I'm hungry.
I am, too.
Okay.
You have a variety of pizzas, and by variety of pizzas, I mean there's two different kinds of pizzas.
So, what Camp Pyre we're going to do as well, we're going to do some food challenges. And so today we're going to be doing some taste test stuff. This is going to be separate from our usual podcast, but we're hungry, so we thought, why not? So I got two different pizzas for us. First one is Red Baron. The second one is Mama Babosa. Is that how you pronounce it? Mama Basa. I try to get my two favorite frozen pizzas and just kind of compare, see how they are. I thought that maybe what is it? Bosa?
Mama Basa.
Basa would be better matched up against DiGiorno, but then I thought, no. We can do DiGiorno versus Papa Murphy's and see how that goes maybe.
That's true.
Someday. So
I'm going to have to guess which one's which, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, go ahead.
Because I don't know. As you can see, they're both pepperoni pizzas with crust. Okay, well, first off, initial reactions. I'm liking the crust on this one better. It looks a little fuller, a little crunchy. This one looks like they got the more pepperoni, though, but I'm worried that they're covering up the cheese because they're ashamed of it.
Right.
So let's go.
I never thought about that.
I'm going to try to eat away from the mic so you don't hear my chewing.
How about you? The pizza is warm.
Yeah.
Pepperonis are a little colder, though.
That is, yeah. It's interesting. For those of you listening to the audio version, we are eating pizza right now.
And it's so good. It's I don't know if it's so good. It's good.
So okay.
It is. The sauce it's not very tomatoey, and the cheese is pretty, I don't know, not rubbery, but artificial, I would say. Yeah. What do you think of the crust?
Let's see here. Gonna test the crust. I'm okay with the crust.
Yeah. Crust isn't bad. Now, usually when I get Red Baron, I get sausage and mushroom, but they didn't have sausage and mushroom on the other pizza. So I wanted to get two of the same kind so it'd be more fair to compare. Also, price needs to come into consideration. This was about $1.50 cheaper. The Red Baron is about $1.50 cheaper.
Okay. Okay. That one down. We'll get that second
Let's try
slice
that
a
one.
little later.
Yeah.
So this one's a Mamabasa. Mamabasas? I don't. Not now. I'm
Yeah,
guessing myself.
Mama Basa. And I think this is actually more regional.
Yeah, I think
One?
Mamabasas is a regional
Yeah.
location. Definitely got more of a New York feel to it.
It does. And I think this one's famous for its crust.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's famous for the crust being like slightly doughier. Mm-hmm. Yup.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that one I think is better by far.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
the crust is thinner, and I like thick crust pizza, but this is like
Yeah.
delicious to bite into.
Definitely. I was actually craving this kind of pizza earlier, so thank you.
Yep. I think it tastes real, like more real.
It feels like there's care and love put into this one.
And I wasn't getting any spice on the Red Baron.
No.
And pepperoni's, it's supposed to be spicy a little bit.
Yeah. It's interesting. This one has significantly less pepperoni, but more of a pepperoni taste.
Mm-hmm. Also, when I pulled these out of the oven upstairs, and when I went to cut them, this one the pepperonis on there were all jumbled up and stuff. And when I went to cut it, the pepperonis got all like bent and stuff. This one pepperoni were nice, evenly spread out. Didn't really get all destroyed by the pizza cutter.
Exciting stuff for our first episode.
Oh, take notes.
So yeah, that's just a preview of what's to come. I'm gonna keep eating pizza the whole episode.
No, why not?
Other stuff is going on. A Brazilian steakhouse coming to the Quad Cities. Oh my God,
Big news.
Big news.
Save up though. That's like a once a month max place you would go to.
Yeah,
Maybe once every couple of months even.
but it's gonna be worth. You're gonna hate yourself
Oh yeah.
if it's the same style, of course.
Do you have a favorite buffet? Because Brazilian steakhouse isn't kind of like a buffet, but it is all you can eat. So do you have like a favorite all you can eat place that you would go to?
Actually, I love Osaka Buffet because
I was just gonna say Osaka
I
Buffet.
love sushi.
Is Osaka regional? It is. All right. Osaka would be like, what would you like? Benihana. Kind of like that. It's a hibachi place. What's the other one? Benihana and there was another one. There's another one I can't remember. But hibachi restaurant where they kind of just cook it right at your table is what Osaka is. However, there's another restaurant called Osaka Buffet where it's unlimited sushi. And if you like sushi like Haifa and I do, it's really good. The only downside to all-you-can-eat buffets is you can't get anything to go legally. I know that one time Peter snuck in some Tupperware containers and was able to take some stuff out.
Of course he did.
Peter's my older brother. I'm sure he'll be on a couple episodes. As
Oh,
well.
yeah. So something interesting happened in the last month or so.
All right.
We both had weddings that we've gone to.
Can I rant about something real fast?
Go ahead, my friend.
Did you have to fly? Did you have to get on an airplane?
I did not, but I had to drive up to Chicago.
All right. Well, so you had Chicago traffic to deal with, I'm sure, but
Yeah, that's always great.
So my grandma, my mother, and I had to fly from the Quad Cities up to Detroit, Michigan, where we met up with my older brother Peter. Then we flew from Detroit, Michigan down to New Orleans, and from there we rented a car and drove an hour and a half from New Orleans to Macomb, Mississippi, where the wedding took place. And Macomb is a very, very, very small town in Mississippi. Everyone has a very thick accent. It was fun. It was good to see family. But so we left Thursday morning from the QC International Airport because apparently their trips to Canada.
International means that you have to be at least one connection flight away from an international flight.
Okay.
So we connected to O'Hare, so.
Gotcha. I appreciate how strict security is. I don't blame that they have to be strict. But my mom, my 86-year-old grandma, and 24-year-old Elliott goes through airport security. Now, out of the three of us, which one do you think should have been patted down, if a pat down was required?
Was it more?
Momor got patted down. Momor is my 86-year-old grandmother. She has had a stroke. She's still kicking. She has a walker. Like, she's very, very slow. And they took 20 minutes patting her down. They had to take her wheelchair. They had to unfold it and stuff, make sure nothing is stowed up inside there. And the whole time my mom is just watching them do it. Like, this is ridiculous. She's 86 years old. What the hell do you think she's going to do? The reason they had to pat down my grandma is because she is moving from Moline to Bettendorf. She already moved. Now, wouldn't be a big deal moving from one city to the other. However, Bettendorf is in Iowa and Moline is in Illinois. So she had to get an Iowa driver's license. So she sent in her Illinois driver's license, and while she was still waiting for the Iowa driver's license to come in, she had a temporary paper one. Well, at security, you have to present your ID with your ticket. They don't accept paper licenses. They don't accept temporary ones. And so that's why they had to do the whole pat down, the whole shebang and whatnot. And yeah, it was ridiculous. It took like half hour. They were patting her up and down and stuff. She has a cast on her shin because of like the stroke she had. They had to take the cast off her. They had to inspect it. It's just a piece of plastic. I mean, whatever. I understand that has to be, there's can't really take any chances, but sweet old grandma wouldn't hurt a soul. Wedding was fun. Down in South Mississippi. I had crayfish etouffee for the first time. Crawfish etouffee. Kind of like gumbo. Best thing I've ever had. It's already in my top 5 favorite foods, and that was the first time I ever had it.
Really?
Actually, it was in an episode of Archer, Pipeline Fever.
That's a great episode.
Yeah, when they're in the hotel room and stuff, and Archer's over on the phone, and he's ordering room service, and he goes, and could I just get like the side order of crawfish etouffee, because I don't really think I'm going to like it. Just the entree? All right. No. Super good. Yeah. How was your wedding?
Well, I had 2 different weddings.
Yeah, weddings?
Yep. So last week was my Aunt Stephanie's wedding, and great wedding. We pulled up. I'm just wearing some dress pants, like a shirt and a tie, like nothing too fancy. And I instantly felt both overdressed and underdressed at the same time. There were people ranging from like wearing like a camouflage jacket and hat, so he looked like a floating head, to I'm not kidding you, a stormtrooper, Princess Leia, and Darth Vader.
I saw these pictures, and then when the bride and groom came out, they did the whole lightsaber.
They did. They did. It was very them. It was a wonderful wedding.
Good. That's good. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think that people should feel tied down to like wedding. I don't know, what is it?
Traditions?
Yeah, traditions or requirements or like what is a traditional requirement? Yeah, have a wedding for you because the day's all about you. And so if you want to have like a Star Wars or kind of like the sci-fi themed wedding, why not?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was great. It was just like I walked up and like, I don't know if I am overdressed because I'm not in a Star Wars costume or like am I? It was just there's just so much. But yeah, and then the other wedding I was in was for my friends Jake and Kendall. I went to college with them. Congratulations to them as well. They got married at the Morton Arboretum, which is in Lisle by Naperville.
Okay, yeah.
So I think, don't quote me, I don't know places around Chicago. It's all Chicago to me. Beautiful ceremony.
Yeah.
The photographers were taking pictures like the whole day, getting like candids and stuff when we were hanging out, like before he changed and everything to the rehearsal. I didn't know this that was gonna be happening, so I'm standing there like I'm wearing a pair of jeans. Everyone's like kind of wearing jeans and like kind of comfortable clothes, but I'm wearing a shirt that says "filthy casual." So in their official wedding pictures, there's gonna be pictures of me with a shirt that says "filthy casual."
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, it was a good time. Also, a lot of fun.
I'm sorry. Did you say both these were in Chicago?
No, my aunt's was actually down by the river.
Okay, I thought that one was local. Yeah.
And then
down by the river.
Yep. But yeah, good times. I've traveled a lot this last month. I've been out of town almost every weekend. Yeah,
you were just in where were you?
I was in with my friend up in the Chicago area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then weren't you out of town for something else too?
No, so I go visit my friend Emma a lot just because she's one of my best friends.
Gotcha.
So we went to go see Thor.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, so
we'll talk about that tomorrow.
Yes, on our other podcast, Movie Talk.
And I'll be the host for that one.
Yeah.
I went to a wedding in Chicago a couple months ago at the Lincoln Park Zoo.
Ooh.
They had it, and so the ceremony was at the zoo. The reception was at the zoo. Giant cathedral, open bar, DJ, cocktails, and they had the waiters walking around with all these fancy hors d'oeuvres, like mini cheeseburgers was one of them. That had to be over $1 million.
Oh my God.
To rent out the Lincoln Park Zoo in Chicago for a wedding, and to have an open bar and all the other stuff. Yeah, it had to be over $1 million.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. Maybe not. Maybe I have no idea.
I mean, still,
I have no idea how much it is to rent out the Lincoln Park freaking zoo in Chicago.
Like, so was it just like the entire zoo was theirs for the day, or is it like?
Yes.
Okay, that's because I would understand if it's like, oh, they have a section over here that they'll be doing the wedding at, but to have the entire zoo.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, did they get to like pick what animals fought to the death?
They should have. No, they missed an opportunity.
Do you remember that show? It was like what would win a fight, like a bear or a shark, and like they'd take like different measurements.
Did they do that? So it's like Deadliest Warrior.
Yeah, and then they did like a CG like.
Yeah, they didn't actually have a bear fighting a shark.
No,
that would have been awesome but cruel.
Yeah.
And that reminds me, when we do the whole more food stuff, we're gonna be having some exotic meat. So hope you're prepared to eat some interesting, but not endangered stuff, right?
I'll eat anything.
Okay, yeah, I figured you would. So would I. Iguana burgers.
Ooh.
Yeah, interesting, right?
Yeah.
Now, okay, but I had the biggest diva moment of my life at that wedding.
Yeah.
And I'm not proud of myself. I'm not sure if you would call it diva or just, I'm at this Lincoln Park Zoo at a wedding that's been rented out. So I'm feeling pretty prestigious, I guess. And not proud of it. Open bar, and I, free cocktails, whatever.
Yep.
I ordered just an old fashioned. And an old fashioned, for all you technical bartenders out there, do you know what's in an old fashioned?
I'm not confident. I know whiskey's in there.
Yeah. Bourbon or rye whiskey.
Right.
Simple syrup. And some bitters.
Okay.
And then you usually garnish it with like an orange or cherry. Or both. I like it. I like both. And then a Manhattan is the same thing, but with vermouth.
Right.
Which is just really dry wine. Well, I asked for an old fashioned, and the fucker put vermouth in it. So it's not an old fashioned anymore. It was a Manhattan.
The rat bastard.
I was like, this is an old fashioned.
How dare he?
I'm drinking a Manhattan in Chicago.
How dare he mess up your free alcohol?
I know, exactly. And then so I finished. It's like, wow, that was a really stupid thing for me to get upset about. Like,
it was
one extra added ingredient to make the drink just more prestigious. I think that a Manhattan is slightly fancier than more fancy than an old fashioned.
Yeah. Oh God, I just remembered a moment. So it was getting towards the wedding had finished, the reception, everything. I'm going back to my hotel, and I'm just tired and I'm hungry, and I'm starting to go insane. Mm-hmm. You've seen me when I become like insane.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of in my room, hanging out with my friend Eric, and then the groom, he calls me. He's like, "Hey, we're gonna go to this cool whiskey bar downtown. If you want to come join us." I'm like, "That sounds like a lot of fun. Let's go do that." So we go with him. We go to this whiskey bar, have a great Japanese whiskey because I never had it before. Yeah, it's really good. Then they're like, "Hey, we're hungry. You want to go get food?" I'm like, "Yeah, I think there's a Steak and Shake not too far from here." So we get to Steak and Shake, and like I'm starting to just lose my mind because people are like taking too much time to like get into the cars and just shut up and not talk. And then, and I just kind of go to my friends. I'm like, I need one of four things right now. I need sleep, or I need food. Yeah. I need the sweet release of death. Or I need the satisfaction of killing a man. And so, I just start cackling. I was like
So would you do the latter?
I did.
Probably the first two. Probably food and sleep.
Yeah.
I almost tried my Four Loko for the first time last night.
How was it?
I didn't try it. It was too late, and I was like, no.
I've had Four Loko before.
Yeah, how was it?
I didn't finish it. It just wasn't good.
I thought they were illegal.
They were illegal in the sense that I think what happened. I may be completely wrong. They were illegal in the sense that they were kind of marketed more as an energy drink more than an alcoholic drink.
Oh, okay.
So people were selling it to minors unknowingly.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's not good for business.
Right.
Hey, so you said that you could be wrong. If we are wrong about something, or perhaps people just want to drop a comment, where should they do that?
Oh, it's very simple. We have multiple places you can contact us at. One example would be the comment section below. You can leave a comment, comment, subscribe, of course. You can either, you can email us at campyre@gmail.com. That's CAMPPYRE
You said PP.
We're in our 20s.
Yeah, we are. Almost halfway through.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Damn it.
Yeah. And then what else do we have? Gonna be launching our Instagram account, which would just be Camp Pyre ideally. Same with Twitter @Camp Pyre. You can join us on our Facebook group, which will of course be Camp Pyre. But very cohesive marketing. I do say so myself.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we wanted to reach out. If you want to talk to us, give us a comment, send us a message. We will also take advice from you if you want us to talk about something specific,
or see us do something specific,
or
perhaps a challenge or whatnot. Or,
yeah. If you think hey, I think you guys should try doing this. For example,
you guys should try to reenact Pulp Fiction in 30 seconds.
That, or another example would be, you guys should.
What?
It was so mild as drink a gallon of milk. I'm
yeah, because that hasn't been done before.
Yeah, but I didn't put a specific timer on it, so just just drink
the whole just drink a gallon of milk
in time, at your own pace.
Don't waste milk.
But no, and so on this show, on specifically Camp Pyre Stories, we're gonna be talking more about just stories and stuff and stuff going on in the world, and then movie talk. If you want to talk about that,
right? Yeah. So movie talk, basically, there's no doubt in my mind that we'll be talking about movies during the podcast, the Camp Pyre podcast. But for movie talk, which will be a separate thing apart from the podcast, is when usually we'll both go out and see a movie that's in theaters, and then we'll basically review it, and then maybe we'll talk about a few more related films and whatnot, but we'll just dive really into the specifics.
Exactly.
But that leads me to something. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Yeah.
You read it?
No.
You know of it? No?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there is an old movie out, I think it was made in the late 60s, early 70s, based off the book, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I think they're coming out with another one.
Really?
I saw the movie poster for it, and it looks really, really cool. It's just very simple poster. It shows just the yellow submarine. I think it's called the Nautilus.
Oh, yeah.
And then it just shows some giant squid tentacles just kind of reaching for it from... You can't really see it out of view, but yeah. Very, very cool. And it got me thinking, I would say 20,000 Leagues is a classic novel.
Oh, God, yeah.
Classic American novel.
It was in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah. What classic... American or non-American, what classic novels do you think are absolutely overrated? I'm going to start off by saying The Great Gatsby.
I knew you were going to say that.
I think it's boring.
Yeah.
I think the characters are boring. I don't know. It's beautifully written. It's the way that it's written is beautiful, but it's just boring people. It's boring.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I would have to agree with that, honestly. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure a lot of people enjoy it because Baz Luhrmann...
And symbolism. Oh, Baz. Yeah.
God,
I know.
I do not like Baz Luhrmann.
No. Everyone was getting so excited for, oh my gosh, Great Gatsby's going to come out. Yeah, I'm so excited. Let's go see it. It's I don't want to see that. It was boring.
Yeah.
It's really boring. And then you're going to deck it up in arts and flair and whatnot. It's boring.
The only thing Baz Luhrmann is good at is party scenes.
Yeah.
And this is going to be an unpopular opinion. I don't think Moulin Rouge is good.
I mean, I can understand that. I think a lot of people don't like the whole jukebox thing and how
it's nothing against jukebox musicals. I just don't think it's a good movie.
Well,
the whole half hour is them singing the same song 6 different ways until she eventually dies of tuberculosis.
Yeah. French. That also got me thinking, since we're still on the line of movies.
What's the time?
It's at... We got 2 minutes, 10 seconds left.
Okay, sorry. Our camera stops recording every so often, so we're going to take quick breaks every so often.
Should I go do it right now?
Let's do it right now. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back after that short break. And Elliot, you were talking?
All right, so we're on the line of movies. I think it's been announced that Quentin Tarantino is making his last film.
Is that the Manson family murder?
Yeah. So it's going to be... I'm not exactly sure when it's coming out, what it's going to be called, or Yeah, but it is about the Manson family murders. And it got me kind of curious to see what the top grossing Quentin Tarantino movies are. And I found them. Would you care to guess? Play a little guessing game here.
Okay.
All right, so I got the top 5.
Okay, top 5.
We'll go from descending order, so we'll start from at number 5, and then we'll move on to like the most gross or the highest grossing.
Now, are these adjusted for inflation?
I think so.
And is it Lifetime or just in box office?
Just box office.
Just box office.
Yeah.
Number 5, I'm gonna say is Pulp Fiction. I feel like that didn't do too well in the box office.
It's not Pulp Fiction.
Not Pulp Fiction.
It's newer than that.
Newer than that. So the majority of his work. So I feel like Kill Bill probably would have been done better, but I'm gonna guess Hateful Eight.
Yeah, Hateful Eight, number 5 at 153.6 million.
Okay.
Tarantino had announced Kill Bill Volume 3 as his most recent work, but is that even coming out?
I don't know.
Volume 3? Is the Manson one going to be his last one, or is it Volume 3?
Let me just look up when his films are coming out.
Right. Number 4, you already said it.
That was Pulp Fiction.
Nope.
No, did I?
Yeah.
Kill Bill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kill Bill Volume 1, 180.9 million.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would assume that Kill Bill Volume 2 grossed more than that, but...
Yeah.
All right, number 3.
Trying to remember the name of it. Give me a second. Inglourious Bastards.
No.
Damn it. I'm not good at these.
Yeah, it's hard. This whole list kind of threw me off, except for number 1. I think number 1 kind of makes sense, but number 3 is Pulp Fiction.
Number 3 is Pulp Fiction.
213.9 million.
I feel like Pulp Fiction may not have done as well in the box office because I feel like it was after that he became really a cult.
I think Pulp Fiction is what made Tarantino famous. I mean, what was his first film? Reservoir Dogs.
Well, let me check here.
Anything?
But yeah, there was Reservoir Dogs was really his real.
All right.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering, we're kind of doing another taste test here with Cheez-Its and Cheese Nips. Trying to figure out what's going on here.
Yeah. So then, number 2, I'm gonna guess that one's Inglourious Bastards.
Yep.
And then number 1 is Django Unchained.
Yeah.
Yep.
Number 2, Inglourious Bastards at 321.5 million. Number 1, Django Unchained, 425.4 million.
I just love Django Unchained.
That's a good one.
And not Reservoir. What's the one I'm looking for? The one that was just Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
Just,
Brad Pitt is great in that movie.
he is.
I laugh at all of his lines. I think my favorite line that Brad Pitt says in that movie is when at the very end when Christoph Waltz is kind of saying trying to make a deal with them, saying you need me to end this stuff and blah blah, and we can make a deal, and Brad Pitt just goes, "That's a fucking good story. What next? Lies on ass or something." Fucking great. Django Unchained. So that Jamie Foxx plays the star.
Yeah.
Do you know who really wanted that role?
Well, for some reason, was it Samuel?
Mm-mm.
Will Smith.
Mm-mm.
Michael B. Jordan.
No.
I'm not sure then who.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuba Gooding Jr. wanted to play Django so badly. Quentin Tarantino said, "No, I haven't. You didn't even consider that. Won't consider it. Not going to happen."
Oh my god.
And Cuba Gooding Jr. said that was the most disappointing moment in his career.
I wonder why.
Not Snow Dogs would be more disappointing than that.
Snow Dogs. Oh my god.
What a horrible movie. My goodness. Jamie Foxx.
Doesn't it just pop up for him? Or?
No.
Oh,
I was just reading it. I mean, yeah. So I wonder, did you happen to see anything else that's coming out about the whole Marilyn Manson thing, or the Manson family movies, or Marilyn Manson, the Manson, or Volume 3? What's going on there?
Yeah. So it looks like Volume 3 is scheduled to come out before.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. Oh, maybe not, because Untitled Manson Family Project is scheduled for 2019, but there is no date for Kill Bill Volume 3.
Yeah, it just is announced.
Yeah. So we'll see. I did they really end it in a way to do a third one?
What I've heard rumors of is that, remember in Volume 1 where she killed the mom
Okay.
in the kitchen?
Yeah.
And then it showed the daughter standing there?
Oh.
So I think some fans think that it's going to be about that girl growing up and wanting to get revenge on the bride. Which, the script was started. Quentin Tarantino started that script. I think he got maybe 10 pages into it and then scrapped it and sold the rights to it. And then a movie came out like a year later called Colombiana.
Okay, yeah.
If you remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that one, I guess, was like loosely is what Volume 3 would have been.
Right.
It's Colombiana. So who knows? Maybe it would be completely different. You kind of looked like you flinched there. Did that not pique your interest? Do you want to be more about the bride?
It's just, it feels like they're doing a third Kill Bill movie just to do a third Kill Bill movie. Like, it just doesn't feel like, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe there was like another party involved that she still has to kill, like
right.
that she doesn't know about, or
it just kind of feels like it's too forced. Like, kind of like Kingsman 2.
Kingsman 2.
Yeah.
All right.
In hindsight, I'm starting to realize more and more, like, wow, that really wasn't a good movie.
Yeah, same here.
I mean, it was enjoyable.
Kingsman 2, yeah.
We're just not like Sam, who, like, if he doesn't find something and doesn't think something's good, it's just not good all around.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking these ones right here. I like how they kind of crumble a bit more in your mouth.
Yeah.
These ones just kind of taste almost burnt, like they're like harder and cooked for too long.
Comment in the sections below which one you think is which.
Saltier. I will say that Cheese Nips was cheaper. Were.
They were, yeah. I don't know.
Cheese Nips are cheaper.
Yeah.
Than Cheese Its. I don't know. I'm thinking I'm liking these more.
Yeah. I just looking at like movies coming out soon.
Nip.
Yeah.
I like Cheese Nips more than Cheese Its.
Yeah. Never mind about leaving that comment.
But go ahead and leave your comment because I'm sure a lot of you disagree with me. Yeah, there's a clear difference. Cheese Its looks a little bit more orange.
Yeah, it doesn't have like more of a really cheese taste. It tastes more artificial.
Yeah.
We've used that to describe cheese a lot this episode.
Cheese Nips kind of... dang it. I should have gotten Goldfish too and compared Goldfish to these.
That'd be hard to guess which one was which though, just by look.
Well, then, I thought about that and I thought, I'm just going to mash them all up so they're crumbs. And then we can't tell what is what's what.
Oh, that sounds good. Just like make like some fried chicken with like like cheese.
Ultimate s'more.
Oh my god.
We got to do it, and we got to do it before it starts snowing.
Why?
We could winter s'mores.
Yeah.
We got a new fire pit in my backyard. Did you see it yet?
I have not seen it yet. No.
It's pretty plain, pretty underwhelming. But it's nice though. It's got the nice little brick circular and whatnot. And yeah. However, I wonder if I should tell you about this now. My plan for the ultimate s'more, what it's going to be, or should we wait?
I would like you to surprise me with this one.
All right, I'll wait. It's going to be ultimate. It's going to blow your mind.
Okay. I was looking over, movies coming out soon. We have Justice League coming out soon. So that's going to be good for movie talk. We'll do an episode about Marvel, and then we'll do an episode about DC.
Yeah.
So tune in for that if you're interested.
I have a girlfriend. Her name is Angela. And we have this rule where we get to pick every other movie we see in theaters.
Okay.
So I got to pick the last one, and it was It. And she cried.
Of course.
She cried a lot. So it was her turn to pick this movie. We haven't seen it yet. And I said, all right, you can pick whatever you want to see. And I was hoping she would say Thor. I don't know. I think that's something we would both like. But
Can I try to guess what she picked?
She picked 3 of them.
She picked 3 then?
Yeah.
And you had to pick from those 3? Mm-hmm. Okay, so when did you go? Was it?
We haven't gone yet.
Okay.
She texted me this 2 days ago. I think she sent me the 3 choices, and I was not wild about any of them. Really.
Okay, so they're out now.
Yes. One of them I did not see was still in theaters. I couldn't find it anywhere, and I was kind of sad because out of the three of them, that was the one that I probably would have picked.
Was one of them Geostorm?
No, God, no. Oh my gosh, it's Day After Tomorrow, but this time it's the people's fault. Well, actually, maybe was Day After Tomorrow the people's fault too?
It's always the people's fault.
Oh.
It's global warming.
No.
It's real.
Hey, here's an idea. Don't make stuff that controls the weather like that. That could possibly get hacked.
Yeah.
No, how about that? Don't do that. I saw Gerard Butler in a spaceship going up to fix some satellite that's like, making tornadoes and shit on Earth.
There's really like, I'm just looking over what ones she may pick.
Well, I'm going to tell you the one that's probably not in theaters right now.
Okay.
It was called, I think it's Paula and Abdul. I think. Is that what it was?
I've never heard of that.
I hadn't either.
Is one of them a Bad Mom's Christmas?
Yep. No, wait. Paula Abdul is a completely... What the hell did she send? Paula Abdul is a person. What the hell did she send me? Bad Mom's Christmas was one. And no. First of all, it's November. Second of all, no. That looks stupid. I talked to some of my coworkers at work. They said the first one was ridiculously cheesy and bad. And I don't know how the heck they got the funding for it to make. And I think they're making it a Christmas movie just so maybe more people go, oh, let's go see a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Kind of like what they're doing with Daddy's Home 2. They're making that a Christmas movie.
I mean, Daddy's Home 1 was also a Christmas movie.
Oh, Victoria and Abdul. Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't seen it.
I haven't either.
Huh. I don't remember Christmas. Yeah, I know. Victoria and Abdul was one she said. Queen Victoria strikes up an unlikely friendship with a young Indian clerk named Abdul Karim.
Huh.
It's a biography, drama, history.
Interesting.
Judi Dench is in it. So...
She Abdul?
No, actually, she's Victoria.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, though. Yeah, I said, okay, let's see that one. Not in theaters anymore. It looks like it came to theaters October 6th. I hadn't heard anything about that. And then it was Bad Moms Christmas or the new Kingsman movie. Oh. So it's one movie that's not even in theaters anymore, one movie that's probably going to be shit, and another movie that I already saw that I wasn't wild about.
Yeah. I would try to... Thor is so good. I saw it the other day.
Yeah.
It was highly enjoyable. Have you ever seen the movie What We Do in the Shadows?
No, I've heard of it though.
It is a mockumentary about vampires living in modern day New Zealand.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you told me about that.
It's the same director, and it's just fantastic. So, we'll talk about more of that on Movie Talk.
Yeah, because I think Sam's gonna have a few words to say to you about that.
Of course he does. Sam doesn't like anything.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, we have a third party, and possibly we'll get a couple fourthies in here for guests and whatnot. Yeah. He saw it last night too, or the night before, and yeah, well, it'll be interesting. We'll cross that bridge tomorrow.
Of course, Sam. Love Sam to death. Love Sam to death. Sam, if you're watching this, which I hope you are, because you're supposed to be helping us.
You're supposed to be here.
You're so like militaristic when it comes to movie opinions. That's it. End of statement.
You won't. Oh my gosh, dude! There's not a whole lot of stuff in theaters right now. It's Thor. Thor is currently sitting at top of the box office right now at 121 million. Wow. I mean, it's only been in theaters for a couple of days, right?
Yeah, came out on Friday.
Number 2, Bad Moms Christmas.
Of course.
Sitting at 17 million.
That's a huge difference in opening weekend.
121 million. 17 million.
Over $100 million difference. That's...
Oh my gosh. What do you think the budget was for Bad Moms Christmas?
Let me look it up real quick.
While you're doing that, number 3, Jigsaw, sitting at 6.7 million, but that's kind of reasonable because Jigsaw it's been in theaters for a while. I'm sure. What?
28 million.
Ruh-roh.
So that can be technically considered a flop at this point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's at the time of this recording, November 5th, 2017.
Is today Guy Fawkes Day?
Hey, look at that.
Huh? How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen V for Vendetta many times. Good movie.
Yeah, and I don't think the people who kind of quote it anymore, who try to
or taken seriously. I'm not even going to say the quote
because it's
because people do it. Kind of like how I don't make the quote on May 4th anymore. No.
No.
Do you still do that one?
May the third be with you.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
May the first.
Yeah. I don't know. I might go see Jigsaw. Well, the time has already come and gone because in high school, what I would do for Halloween is my buddies and I would pass out candy. We'd make like a haunted house on like my buddy's porch for like the kids to walk through and pass out candy. And then once trick or treating was done, we'd go see the new Saw movie because Saw always came out. When Saw 7 came out, that was it. Now 6 some years later, I think the last one came out in 2010. Yeah, so 7 years later, Jigsaw comes out. So probably should have saw that on Halloween, but whatever. I don't think it really got that great of reviews. So it's got a 6.2. I think that's the highest out of any Saw movie except for the first one. Saw's got 7.7. Saw 2 has a 6.6. And Saw 3 has a 6.2, which I thought Saw 3. So have you seen the Saw movies? Saw 4 has a 6. No, Saw 4 has a 5.9. Saw 6 has a 6. I'm sorry. I really like Saw. And Saw the final chapter has 5.6. Yeah, this one has a 6.2, but only a 39 on Metascore.
I don't like Saw. Mainly because of Saw
Don't like
2.
needles.
No.
Hey.
No. Here's an interesting...
Leave a comment if you agree with me for one of our challenges if you think Haifa should jump into a pit of needles. I'm sorry, Alex. Should jump into a pit of needles.
I will burn down.
I
will burn down this house and anyone who comments yes.
Don't do that.
I will burn you down. I will find you.
Meaning, I said don't do that to the people commenting, asking you to do it, because I think that's sick and unusual. But don't worry, we'll think of something else fun. Yeah. I'll make you eat an iguana burger or something.
That sounds good, though.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? All right. So Jigsaw was at number 3. Number 4, Tyler Perry's Boo 2: A Madea Halloween.
Of course.
4.7 million. And Geostorm is currently
Geostorm
5, sitting at 3 million. Oh my gosh.
I realize like there's just really no good movies out right now.
No.
A couple weeks ago when I was, in that wedding up in in Lyle,
yeah.
I woke up the Thursday morning. I didn't have anything until the rehearsal dinner that night. So I just kind of just driving around like, well, what can I do today? I can't go to my new hotel yet. Can't check in because I stayed at a different hotel the first night because I wanted to reward the points.
Yeah, there you go.
And so I was driving around. I found a nice little Thai restaurant. Got some food. Had some really good curry. Then I went to Starbucks. Got some coffee. It wasn't good. And there's a movie theater nearby. I'm like, I can go see a movie. The only one I wanted to see was It, but there was no times that would have worked with my schedule. And I'm like, well, there has to be something. I looked through all the possible movies. I'm like, absolutely none of these look good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, what is happening right now?
What was the last good movie that you saw that was not a sequel, not a remake, not based on a book? Like, it was just a very new concept.
Honestly, probably La La Land.
Is La La Land, was that not based on a book?
No, it was completely original to my understanding.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because, that was back in January.
Wow.
Because, let's see here.
Huh. Kind of like that. So coming soon, the Murder on the Orient Express.
I'm excited for that.
Might see that one? Yeah. Then that's really about it, unless you want to see...
I'm going to take that back. Before... I saw Get Out after that, so Get Out.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's right.
Which, if I had to give you advice, if you're going to watch Get Out, do not go with the expectation that it's a horror film. Go in with that it's a thriller.
I went in thinking it was a horror, so I didn't like it as much as other people. I can still see how people think it's good, though, because it wasn't a bad movie.
Yeah.
That's really about it. Daddy's Home 2.
Yep.
Justice League. And that is it. The Man Who Invented... A lot of Christmas stuff coming out. The Man Who Invented Christmas.
What do you think that is?
Is it Jesus? What is... The journey that led to Charles Dickens' creation of, A Christmas Carol. A timeless tale that would redefine the holiday. So, this is the kind of stuff that pisses me off. They run out of stuff to do. It was like, wow, Mary Poppins was great. What should we do now? Let's make a movie about the people who made the movie Mary Poppins. Yeah. And what should we call it? Meeting Mr. Banks. Saving Mr. Banks. Whatever that movie was called. Tom Hanks. Yeah. And then they're doing the same thing with The Man Who Invented Christmas. They're doing it with the man who invented, or the man who did who wrote the Winnie the Pooh books. They're making a movie about him. I'm sure they're all going to be good.
They did one. I just saw a poster for it. I'm like, oh, Wonder Woman's playing. Maybe I'll go see that again. Like when I had that free time. It wasn't. It was a movie about the guy who made the character Wonder Woman or girl. I can't remember who it was, but like it looked like the exact same movie poster. Yeah. I was like, okay, well, I mean that'd be interesting to see, but I don't want to pay money right now to see that.
Right. There's, there was another one.
There is one coming out though that fits that though, The Disaster Artist.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
But I'm excited about that.
That one looks hilarious.
Yeah.
The Disaster Artist there's a movie called The Room, which got the iconic "You are tearing me apart, Lisa." That movie. They are making a movie based on that guy trying to make the movie The Room. It's called The Disaster Artist, and James Franco is playing.
Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah, looks hilarious. Looks absolutely hysterical.
Yeah.
But now that I think about it, there were a lot of movies out about the creations of things, and not just characters in movies, but and they're all pretty decent. There was the founder.
That was the one about
founded McDonald's.
Yeah.
Jobs. Steve Jobs.
Right.
Weren't there two of them? Jobs came out with Ashton Kutcher, and then Steve Jobs came out with Michael Fassbender.
Yeah.
Right?
And the Michael Fassbender one is much better.
I was gonna say, guess who got the Oscar nom? Michael Fassbender. I hadn't seen either of them, but I remember you told me that Jobs with Ashton Kutcher was not that great.
It really was not.
I wonder if they'll make if they're gonna make movies about, Nike.
Yeah.
Or Google, or The Social Network.
Yeah, that happened.
The Social Network.
Yeah. It's like we're people running out of original ideas, but like the ones that are the original ideas, like they don't get a lot of press. Which one's coming out that's gonna be on Netflix. I'm really excited about Bright.
What's that one?
That's the one where it's a Will Smith. He's a police officer in L.A.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also like it's a fantasy world. There's elves and orcs and everything, and it's just really interesting because it's a fantasy but in modern day.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen that. Like, it's just such an amazing idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What other? Because I can't remember like a fantasy movie that does take place in modern. I mean, you got the Harry Potter movies, but more sci-fi though. Yeah, I like that.
But it's not like in Harry Potter even though it's like, yes, it's in modern day, but like they're still in like the wizarding world. Mm-hmm. This one, it's like everyday life, like if it was just our world but with fantasy characters.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what would be interesting? A movie about Stan Lee.
That's gonna happen once he dies.
I'm sure that will be. Hey, do you think someone will make a movie about us one day?
I hope. It's gonna be kind of boring for a little bit.
Probably. No.
There'll be some fun parts. Ports?
Yeah.
Ports.
They probably won't unless there's tension between us. Right? All right. Yeah. You son of a bitch.
You bastard. One of us is going to have a drug problem.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going like real drug problems, probably like heroin, and I can't do that.
Oh, because needles. Yeah. I'll take one for the team. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Really, not a whole lot of other stuff really coming out. Darkest Hour.
Yeah.
Another Gary Oldman. What else is new in the world? Say, to summarize, Cheese Nips over Cheese Its. Mama Bassos over Red Baron.
Yep.
We'll probably match up DiGiorno against Papa Murphy's. Do you think that's fair? They're both technically frozen pizzas.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. Some stuff going on in the world. The new iPhone's coming out. The iPhone X.
$1,000, right?
I'm not going to complain about price point because that's close to what my phone was.
What do you have again?
I have the Galaxy Note 8. But the iPhone X, it looks stupid.
Yeah.
I just don't like the border on it. It just looks weird.
Mm-hmm. What is the Google Pixel, whatever that one, is that out already?
The Google Pixel 2.
How is that one?
I haven't used it.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be good.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I am totally happy with my iPhone 6. I'm not going to upgrade it until I have to.
Yeah.
Life is simpler that way. Got a minute 16 before we got to take another break.
Yeah.
And during these breaks, we can do sponsor reads. Hopefully,
that's true.
someday, one day.
So if you want to pay us to talk about you,
yeah,
even if you don't have a company,
yeah,
just want to
give you a shout out.
be like, hey, Jeff in Michigan. He says, hey, give him a chance. Yeah.
Looking at some other podcasts that I listen to, Blue Apron is a huge sponsor.
Yeah.
When we for Father's Day last year, my brothers and I got my dad a membership to Blue Apron.
Ooh.
And he loves it. I kind of sucked. He brought us over for dinner one night, and he had Blue Apron, but we got to watch him make it. It was like, lemon chicken and some wild rice and some awesome food. Oh, that's like so fucking good. But it's just a 2-person thing, so he made it for him and his wife, and then he threw in a tombstone pizza for my brothers and I. Like, you son of a bitch.
Okay, well let's we'll end this part, and then we'll be back soon.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. When I say stay tuned, it's gonna happen instantly, like right now. And we're back with part 3.
Yes. And I don't think I really need to set a timer because we'll probably wrap this up in
we'll wrap this up pretty soon.
20 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, did you get a lot of trick-or-treaters?
I worked. We never get trick-or-treaters on this street, though.
Yeah. I was supposed to pass out candy with my girlfriend after work because I got off at 5. But the day before, some of her friends from her church who don't celebrate Halloween asked if we could have dinner with them and their 2 little kids out in Clinton, Iowa, which is 45 minutes away from the Quad Cities. We already had an argument. We already worked it all out.
Yeah.
And whatnot. But that was a blow. That was a crushing blow.
Yeah.
One, I love Halloween. Didn't really get to celebrate a whole lot this year, and I was really looking forward to just passing out candy.
I didn't get to make one David Pumpkins joke all month.
Yeah. And two, like I can understand why people don't celebrate Halloween. I respect people who don't celebrate Halloween. I celebrate Halloween because I like it and it's fun, and it is not my problem if other people don't celebrate it. So don't make it my problem. Anyways, yeah, rant over. But on the other hand, those 2 little kids don't get to celebrate Halloween, and so that would suck to any kid. Yeah. And so it was, I guess felt pretty good to just go hang out with them for a few hours.
Yeah. I was thinking it's kind of weird how like Halloween, like on like your first like reactions of it, like you're supposed to be like, oh, Halloween, it's a scary day. It's like a day full of fright. But for not most, but a lot of people, especially in our generation, it's like one of our favorite nights of the year, and like we see it with so much joy.
Because when I was a kid, I like kid Halloween more than adult Halloween.
Yeah.
It was all month long of just making drawings of pumpkins and ghosts and shit, hanging out in the basement and carving pumpkins. And I didn't really go to a whole lot of haunted houses as a kid. Yeah. I do that a lot now, or as I did that as a teenager. But pumpkin patches, apple orchards, apple cider, even just the way outside. Right now, not necessarily today because it's kind of gray.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was awesome. And then for Halloween, my brothers and I would always go trick-or-treating with a small group of friends, and then we'd always go back to one of our houses afterwards and divvy up our candy, maybe watch whatever's on AMC Fear Fest. Oh, what a fun night. And people don't celebrate it because, the origins of it, Hallows Eve and spirits and whatnot. But if you think about it, aren't there like a lot of holidays or traditions that kind of have messed up history?
I mean, like, for Halloween specifically, it's a lot of, it's a pagan festival kind of thing. So people who use that argument, I kind of see as a little hypocritical, because when we celebrate Christmas, that, like, the way that we celebrate Christmas and everything, that's kind of taken from a pagan holiday.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I mean, again, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody out there. But, I know for a fact that Christmas was chosen on that day because it was the same day as a pagan holiday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, like, that kind of argument, I get where people are coming from, but you know, it's not what it was before. Things change. Like, you know,
Right. Yeah, things. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, like the meaning of the holiday changes. Like, it's not like everybody is out there doing, you know, doing a pagan ritual or like doing satanic rituals. Like, very small, less than 1% of people are out there doing that.
Yeah.
Everybody else, it's such a great just day for like bringing a community together. Like,
Right.
everyone opens up
Their houses, and it's. I was driving home from work and I saw several houses, several families. First of all, it's nice when families just spend time together. I saw several houses where the families had the chairs, like the lawn chairs, set up on the patio, and they had a bonfire going, and kids would walk up and they'd say hi to the parents and stuff. It's just like you said, it's just a time for people to literally come together and just be kind, and I think it's a lot safer than what it used to be, because when we were kids, I remember Halloween or trick or treating was like it went late.
Yeah.
Like, we were walking around in the dark time.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's from 5 to 7.
Yeah.
So when it's dark, it's done.
Yeah.
And all right.
Do you remember in like grade school when like they give you like the glow stick?
Yeah.
That was
That was
the
my
best.
favorite.
That was the best day.
And it had like the little paper packet that showed you like the city. Dude, I love those. Those were the best.
Yeah.
This is what we have left over from our trick or treating. We have Nestle's Crunch and Tootsie Rolls. I'm gonna see if I can taste which one's which.
Good luck. Good luck. It's scholars to this day are still arguing. Yeah.
This one's got a bit of a crunch to it. It's got some words written on it. Letters. It says unch.
Unch. You know, could be
rice.
Either.
All right. Favorite and least favorite Halloween candy.
Okay. This kind of just comes out of favorite versus least favorite candy, because
Sure.
my favorite candy, I love peanut butter cups.
Yeah.
They're good.
Do you like there's the classic peanut butter cup, or is it the Easter egg? That's the
It's classic all the way.
Yeah.
And then for least favorite, I feel like the stereotypical thing people say is candy corn, but I'm okay with candy corn. I don't like it, and I don't dislike it. It's just I'm okay with it. That mixed with
Get ready for the hate comments.
well, something like that, like candy corn mixed with like some salted peanuts.
Yeah, that's good.
That's so good.
Yeah, that is.
Least favorite, I'm gonna have to go with. Ugh. Probably more of a fruitier one. I don't know. Maybe like. I really don't know. I like candy.
Yeah, I do too. Least favorite candy? I'm not a fan of Swedish fish.
That's funny.
Like, I'll eat it, yeah, because I'm Swedish.
Yeah. Into fish.
I'll eat them. I used to hate them as a kid. Now I tolerate them.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I'm pretty sure this one's the Crunch Bar and this one's the Tootsie Roll.
Who would have thought?
That's just
Just an educated guess.
Yeah. Favorite candy? Yeah, like I said, I love Butterfingers. I love Reese's. Would you consider chocolate candy?
I do.
Yeah.
I don't understand the argument why people don't say chocolate is candy. Okay, there's probably a
Probably
reason
should be
why.
chewing into the microphone, but my favorite is not a candy. This is not a candy, so there's no debate there. My favorite Halloween, I'll just say food or treat, is the Halloween Oreos with the orange cream filling.
Oh.
I think first of all, I think those are the best Oreos. I think that is the best Halloween treat ever. I think it's amazing. Halloween treat that's store brand that you can buy that you'd buy in a store. I'm sure you could make homemade popcorn balls or some other homemade treat, like those ghost cookies that you make.
Yeah.
You could take the peanut butter cookie and dip. Those are absolutely amazing. But the peanut, there's something about just the orange cream filling.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the nostalgia, because my dad ate those a lot at Halloween time. And oh yeah. Comment below. What do you think is the best Oreo?
Specifically Oreos.
Yeah.
Fun fact about double stuffs: they're not actually double stuffed. So when you think double stuffed, that would be 200% stuffing, right?
Right.
It's actually 150. So a double stuff is only a stuff and a half.
Yeah. Well, that wouldn't have been a pain to market.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, I would take an Oreo and a double stuffed Oreo and I'd say there's no way there's twice the amount of filling.
And so what you can do, though, is if you take off like one half of each of the double stuffs, put them together, it then becomes a triple stuff.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be a quadruple stuff.
Right.
Because it's only, yeah. So in order to make a double stuff, you have to buy the two regular and twist those off, and then
Yeah.
to be a double stuff. Wow. Kind of like how you have the McGangbang at the, well, not the McGangbang, the Mc 1045 or something like McDonald's.
The one that's like the breakfast and the burger?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never done that.
No, me neither. Yeah. Star Wars: The Last Jedi has been released, or the trailer has.
Yeah. I'm not going to watch any more trailers for it.
Yeah.
I don't. People are like, oh, they spoiled this. I'm like, I don't know.
Did you like The Force Awakens?
It was okay. It was visually really good. It was a good retelling of
The New Hope.
New Hope. Yeah, people like kind of hate it because of that reason. I'm like, well, it was still an entertaining movie, and there's just a lot of standout moments in it when I kind of still freaked out, like when he stopped the bolt in midair with the Force.
Spoiler.
That's like the first 5 minutes.
Plus, it's been out for almost 2 years.
Yep.
Last Jedi.
Yeah.
I thought Rogue One is better.
Rogue One was amazing. Probably the best Star Wars movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Better than Empire Strikes Back?
I take it back. Rogue One is probably the second or third greatest.
Oh, okay.
But it's the only Star Wars movie, though, where it actually felt like war.
Yeah.
Nothing else felt like war up until that point. That is the first one that actually felt
felt like it was an actual battle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not like War of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, which shouldn't have been named that.
No.
No.
Yeah, we had to talk about this.
Yeah.
We think that the new War of the Planet of the Apes movie should have been called Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. And Dawn should have become War.
That would have really helped.
Yeah.
Because when you think war, Planet of the Apes, and the way that they market it, you think there's going to be these huge battles between the apes and the humans.
Yeah.
It's not like that at all.
Well, no, they're done doing that. There's really not a whole lot of movies or something coming out that I'm like really, really looking forward to.
Yeah.
And even Thor, because like I'm getting kind of sleepy of the whole superhero thing.
Yeah.
I'll still go see them just because they're popular and we need to talk about them. And I don't know if they're ever going to stop making superhero movies because they always make so much money.
Yeah, I will say with this Thor movie, it was highly enjoyable. A good standalone. Really one that, yes, it fits into the overall story of stuff, but it's not dependent on that.
Right.
And it was interesting. It felt like an 80s cyberpunk movie at times.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I just watched the first Thor movie again a couple nights ago.
Was it on FX?
Yeah, did you watch it too?
It was on last
Yeah. Did you know that when Chris Hemsworth was preparing for that role, I think your sister told me this. They made the costume for him, the armor. And so they said, all right, Chris, you got to get jacked enough to fit into this armor. And he got too jacked. And so they had to resize the armor. What a great problem to have.
Yeah. Well, we should start wrapping up.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, so it's, again, this is episode 1 of Camp Pyre Stories. I am Alex.
I'm Elliott.
And, again, give us a message. Comment below, like, comment, subscribe. Send us an email at camppyre.com. That is CAMPPYRE@gmail.com. I forgot that earlier again. There is no camppyre.com, not yet.
He said PP again.
I know I did. But yeah, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Let us know what you think.
Share it with your friends, please.
Family.
But yeah. But thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Later.
Bye now.